Hello and welcome. Today, answering a question or a concern from a very frustrated parent. Here when we're talking about the amount of games that young athletes, as young as 6, all the way up and through 13 and 14, in the name of USSSA, perfect game, rankings at 8U and above, being asked to play 7 or 8 a.m. games, trying to play 5 or 6 games in a weekend. Parents, ask yourself, professional, college, high school, how many times are those athletes asked to play 5 or 6 games over a 2 or 3 day period? The answer is zero. So, what is in it for the 6 through 14-year-old organizations that are asking you to play 50, 60? In some cases, some people feel there's some sort of a benefit to a 100-game season. The answer is you're padding pockets, because at those ages, that is the time where parents start to dream. They do not want their children left behind. They do not want their student athletes to be underprepared. And really, at the end of the day, parents don't want to be underinformed, and they feel like they're going to be left behind. Parents, trust me on this. As your children and your student athletes get older, they will begin to pull you in the direction that they want to go. If you have to put your child in a car and drive an extensive time period away, fly someplace to play 5 or 6 games tournaments, I get it. It's great for the social activities for adults, but not so much for the children at 6 through 14. I urge you, take your phone out one day, put it on the bleachers, and then after the game is over, listen to all the screaming and yelling and the information going back and forth and the confrontations with umpires and other parents of opposing teams. Not so fun for the young student athletes. Allow your children to play and have fun. A normal season, 20 to 30 games, that's great. If he doesn't make all stars, no big deal, no harm, no foul. Allow your children to have a childhood. Do not allow the business model of rankings, which are irrelevant totally and always will be irrelevant, and all of these teams that try to get you to think that more is better. Number one point here is make sure your children are A, having fun, B, pulling you to be doing these things. Yes, you may have a super competitive child or student athlete. I get that. But in the case of growth, muscles, aches and pains, little tiny injuries can add up over time, and really be cognizant of the fact that multiple activities in different areas, whether it's multiple sport, multiple hobbies, will always ensure that your children will want to come back to the sport and not be burnt out by the time you really want them to have a passion, whether that be in middle school or high school or beyond. For these types of topics, I encourage you, keep the comments coming, send them to us in our email. Make sure you go ahead and download that Baseball Blue Book, be up to speed on all of the latest trends and equipment and things like that going on in the world of baseball. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, share the channel, and hit that thumbs up button.